is happening here?
All right, I'm just gonna wait a second and see if anybody joins us on YouTube and TikTok. It's me and Jenna and I here.
Hello. We're not doing poop scoop.
No. Hello. Hey everyone. Joining us, it's Jenna and Katie. We are today out here trying to find the 2 pit bulldogs that we posted yesterday on Facebook. We thought we would go live during this process so you can kind of see the vastness of the location that we're in, just how insane it actually is. Yesterday we came out and T had asked us to come out and look for 2 pit bulls. One was gray and the other one was like white and gray, I think.
Yeah.
We came out, we spent quite a bit of time out here, and we found a dead dog, which we ended up taking with us, and named him Angelo. And then while we were out here, we also found 2 other dogs in trash bags, which was really hard. It's even hard to think about. So we just kind of wanted to share with you guys today because it's not really easy to do this, and it's not always a rescue. Sometimes it's this situation that we're in. So we're hoping to find the dogs today. We put out some dog food and some water. We came back out last night. They were untouched, and we came out again today, and they're untouched, unfortunately. We haven't heard from our DOT friend who is texting us and who is in communication with Jenna. So we're hoping to hear from him later. He's going to keep doing some passes, but we're just going to turn you guys around and show you. Let's see. Good morning, ladies. Good morning.
Oh, how do I flip?
I'm just going to turn around. Good morning, ladies. I hope you'll find them. Praying they are found. We are both exhausted and look terrible. We did not sleep well last night.
No.
So sorry about that.
So
All
this
right,
is...
how do I turn it around? This? There we go.
There we go.
All right, so this is where we're at. This is the location. This is where the dogs were staying, in this little area right here. The DOT worker said that he saw them in this little area here, kind of nesting. And then over here, he actually saw one of them, and there's some paw prints over there. Saw them in the water, probably trying to cool down, because yesterday during that time it was super hot. So yeah, here you can see their little footprints into the water there. Patricia, we don't care what y'all look like, you're doing a great thing. Thank you. We also have Kyle and Perry here, so they're on dog lookout while we're going live. So don't think that we're just going live and not looking for dogs. Here we put their food down here. That is untouched from yesterday, and the water bowl is untouched. The DOT worker said that they were just mostly in this area when he found them. Again, this is how crazy this area is. And we'll walk over to some of the badder parts, but it's pretty much a dump land. This is where the old jazz land was.
Well, near here, kind of, yeah.
Let's see. Jenny's saying, remember to move the camera slowly so it doesn't get blurring or anyone gets motion sickness. Thank you, Jenny. That is a good reminder. Here's where the second bowl of water is, and the second food is. I'll just show you kind of where we were yesterday. We were calling it like the elephant grave.
Katie is live too on
Graveyard over here.
And I'm on TikTok.
Kind of from the Lion King, it was reminding us of that. We were like, man, this is like, what does this remind us of? We're like, and then Perry said, oh, the elephant graveyard from Lion King. Yesterday was so heavy. I feel like the scenery matched the vibe.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, it's really bad down here. This again is where a lot of crime happens. A lot of people come and they dump. They do drugs. They drop cars that get stolen. So we're not in a great location at all. Again, this is close to the old Jazzland area. I think this whole area was going to be like turned into a neighborhood or something at some point, because it's like,
I think they tried.
yeah, I think it was like up and coming at some point. So here you can see the dogs, you know, at this time would be a good place for them to be because it's sunny. I mean, it's shaded over on this side.
And it is actually pretty cool out right now. Like, it is humid, but like it's actually comfortable.
Yeah, that's why we're hoping to come out in the morning. I'm still asleep.
Yeah, I didn't sleep last night.
I feel like my legs
at all.
aren't moving. This yesterday is where we found the dead dog. The dead dog we found was a Rottweiler. It had been, we can't tell exactly what happened. It had been attacked, or it had jumper cables
He was found
tied around, and he was found in this area.
Over here.
It still smells like death over here. This whole location has like an energy of death, a smell of death. It's every trash bag we see now feels like a trigger, to be honest with you.
I mean, we checked all of the trash bags.
And we won't, there is an actual dog up here. We will not show that.
There is a deceased dog. We're not going to show you that. We found pretty decomposed. We think it's like a bulldog mix by the structure of the face. With, I think what killed me too.
Yeah, let's not go any further that way. We'll walk maybe this way.
What killed me the most out of that situation, was there was a bag of actual dog food
next to it
on top of the body,
which leads us to believe that it was brought out here, you know, probably put in the bag and brought out here, and they were just done with it. I don't even know if we should be walking in this grass. There's alligators out here. There's also wild boars out here that have been reported. There's a lot of, it's just...
He was dumped. He was dumped deceased in a trash bag. I'm assuming other animals probably, you know, did their thing.
On the other side of this bridge is like a kind of a rough neighborhood as well. And Perry mentioned that there could be dog fighting, a lot of dog fighting going on, so they could be having those dog fights and then possibly disposing of them out here. Here, we'll walk past here. Here's all of these tires and Tia said that, you know, when we were in the city, this is where they would do some of the rescues out here. We're not out here as much now because everything's out in the country. But if you can see, this is just...
It's really hard to turn away when, you know, you are being asked for help. Especially when you know that this is where they're being dumped. This is where they are.
Yeah, we don't know where they are now. I mean, there's not any movement or anything, but we know that if they stay out here longer and they didn't get picked up, that they will die out here. It is so hot when you're in the sun, and there is nothing out here.
We'd have to jump off and restart live to go down that insane street.
Hi, Peggy. Hi, everybody. Thank you guys for
We are
joining.
in New Orleans right now. Tia had asked Katie and I to come out and check on 2 dogs that we got notified that were dumped by I'm like so tired.
I know.
So yeah, we're just out here looking for them in hopes to spot them before it gets too hot. I think it's like 87 degrees right now, but it's actually not.
It's not too hot right now.
Right now, it usually gets bad by like 10, 11, something like that. So we're just kind of looking.
What do we got over here? Let me look at your thing. Let's see. Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, thank you so much, y'all, for joining us. For those who are just now joining on the YouTube page, it's Katie and Jenna.
Katie's on YouTube Live right now. I'm Jenna. I'm on
We're out here looking for 2 pit bulls that Tia asked us to come out and look for. It ended up being a really hard situation for us yesterday. We have found a couple dead dogs.
Dumped about 3 days ago. I think the DOT worker said that he had been seeing them the last 3 days or so. We saw them yesterday morning. We were out here most of yesterday.
Oh man, you see movement and then it's a bird. Yeah, I think they had collars on, right?
I can't remember.
I think one of them had a collar on in the picture.
Yeah.
You guys are on a rescue mission with us right now. We are looking for 2 pit bull dogs.
The YouTube channel is VRC Dogs.
We are not hopeful that they're here. They did not touch the food we left last night or the water. This is day 3. The DOT worker saw them 2 days ago. Yesterday, they saw the dog at 7 o'clock in the morning, I think.
Like
7:30 in the morning, and then but there was a dead deceased dog with the 2, really close to the 2 dogs. We don't know what happened to the deceased dog.
Katie's kind of going over right now.
We don't know. Do you want to turn around and maybe we'll do a little?
Yeah, we'll see how I figure
We
that
got more
out.
new people coming on here, so.
How do I do that? Oh, hold on, let me remove that.
We have Perry and Kyle on the lookout while we're doing our live. All right. Okay. So, hey, everybody who's joining us, who's just now joining us. I guess we should get together. There we go.
Yeah.
It's Katie and Jenna. This would be good to have like a little thing on us.
Yeah.
We're out here in New Orleans. Tia asked us to come look for 2 pit bulls. We thought we'd share our story a little bit today, so you're on a rescue mission with us. We have Kyle and Perry with us who are on the lookout while we're doing our live. Yesterday we came out and there were the DOT worker called us, and we left food and we left water. They were here about 7 o'clock yesterday in the morning. We came at about noon. There was a deceased dog with the other 2 dogs. We went back and got things that we needed to take that deceased dog with us because it was pretty fresh. It was a Rottweiler. It was really like one of the saddest things I've ever seen. He was tied up with jumper cables. We don't know why, how, what happened with any of that. Then we came back again around 5 last night, or maybe 6. The food had been untouched. So we're not sure that the dogs are out here. at this point. We wanted to show, though, kind of the landscape and the area, just to show you how bad it is out here. While we were looking for those 2 dogs yesterday, we were walking, and we found other deceased dogs that were in trash bags. So it's just, we just want to share that, like, this isn't easy for those who are in rescue, you know. And yesterday really sucked because it wasn't a happy ending for us. We were really hoping to get the dogs, the live dogs, and we weren't able to, and so we left pretty disheartened. So we're out here early this morning, trying to find these dogs, because if they stay out here, they're not going to live. Not just because the land is really bad out here. There's alligators, there's live boars. This area we're in is close to the old Jazzland. For those who have who know the area, they know that it's not a safe area. There's a lot of crime back here. There's, you know, people dump their cars. People.
I mean, you can see here too. Hold on. I gotta be careful.
People dump their cars. They dump their tires. So this is the area that we're in. It gets really hot out here during the day. So if these 2 dogs are still out here, they are not going to survive. There's also a lot of people out here who don't like dogs. So there's dog fighting that goes on out here. And if these dogs get caught, they may not survive. So we're out here looking. We're very triggered by garbage bags out here now. I never thought in my life that we would ever see that. I'd ever see that. It was terrible. All right, I'm shocked nothing ate the food. I know, Jenny. That we are too. I mean, anything we thought. Let's see. Oh my gosh, the poor dog. I'm so sorry. And I like animals more than people. Yes, Ellie. Oh my gosh, how awful for you and the dogs. Of course, I hope the psychopath's doing. Yeah, it's been really rough. We don't see. Jenna's doing a live on TikTok as well right now. I'm gonna turn you guys around again.
The DOT workers said that they didn't look like in the picture. If you follow us on Facebook, he did post a picture of the 2 dogs that we are looking for.
We're just looking for 2 dogs right now yesterday the sun was going down and we were like, oh my gosh, if these 2 dogs would just come out of the brush, it would be so perfect. I mean, when you're looking for dogs and you're on a rescue, you're just looking for movement. There is birds out here that are in the swamp, so every time they move, we're like, oh, there's something. Nope, it's not it. That little overpass goes to an abandoned side off the interstate, so we have gone over there as well and looked. It's a kind of a rough neighborhood over there. Again, that's where the old Jazzland is. They were not over there. We didn't see any movement over there as well. Don't even go over there. Okay. As you can see, I mean, it goes as far as the eye can see on that side of things. The other side is a neighborhood, but this side, it just goes on forever with this dead trees. Perry equated to it yesterday as the elephant graveyard in Lion King. Here, let's come back. Oh, here's our DOT friend. There's our DOT friend. He's been helping us look for these dogs. He said yesterday too, with the dogs, he would, here, let's come back together so we can tell the story together. I'm coming to you.
Okay. Are you like facing you?
Yeah.
Do I need to face me? Okay.
You don't have to.
Okay. I've been talking to our DOT friend. I did inform him that we did find 2 other dogs, which was completely heartbreaking to him too, because he does this route often. But, you know, obviously just to make sure people aren't doing what they aren't supposed to be doing out here.
He was also like honking the horns. I don't know if he said that, but he said he honked the horns, and they came out.
People in New Orleans will come and dump their dogs out here, whether they just no longer want them. They'll abandon them out here because there's literally nowhere for them to go other than to go possibly by car over there. No, people drive these streets often. This is right off the interstate.
This is right off the interstate. Yeah, I mean, it's not, I think we've seen maybe 3 cars since.
I've seen more than that.
Today?
Oh, today? Yeah. 3
Yeah.
cars. We've been here, what? Maybe a half hour?
Yeah, there's definitely possibilities for cars to come, for them to be hit. Because they come off fast because there's not anything going on over here.
There is no way to set up cameras out here. They will, because this area is so full of crime. People are gonna steal the cameras. They are going to destroy the cameras.
Yeah, there's no way.
It's like the DOT worker actually was telling me last night. I talked to him around like 7 o'clock last night. He was like, we've been begging the city to put cameras out here because of this area and like
the crime and the dumping,
the dogs being dumped. This area is notorious. We've saved many dogs out here,
but we haven't really ever shared it, or shown everybody what the space looks like. And I think that it's important to really share with everybody just how bad the situation is out here for the dogs. I mean, again,
this is also why it's been like extremely hard.
I'm just scrolling right now.
Harry and Kyle are over there kind of looking around and making sure there's nothing new out here.
Also keeping watch, but you just don't know. You don't know what's out here.
We've seen some pretty horrific comments on posts about the dogs. That's a little
disheartening.
And sad for those people that feel that way.
We're just kind of standing in this spot right here because this kind of area.
So like over this bridge, there's like it's
like an abandoned neighborhood.
Insane. Like there's neighborhoods kind of, but like abandoned.
They got damaged. No sound.
To help the dogs here.
Is the sound back, you guys? Can you hear me? It's back. Okay. Sorry, I had a phone call coming in. Okay, thank you. Thank you guys for joining us.
But again, most of these places are completely full. Because again, we're not the city shelter. None of the rescues are city shelters. The LESPCA is. We are in New Orleans East, yes. And what was I saying? My brain just shut off.
You were on one. I was like, get it, girl.
Get it.
Get it, and then it's gone.
Because, oh, my story about the dog, the human aggressive dog. Wow, my and my
Adrenaline.
adrenaline.
We got a dump truck coming. They're wondering what we're doing. There's Perry and Kyle.
Human aggressive dog was dumped on us, about a year ago or whatever.
We're just looking for any signs of these dogs. We're kind of staying right here in this one location. It's a little bit of a triangle right in the middle of it. So you can kind of see all points of this location from this one spot. Perry and Kyle are walking around looking just in the brush and everything. We're just looking for anything to pop out. For those who are just joining, Jenna and I are out here looking for thought I heard something. 2 pit bulls that Tia wanted us to come out and try to find. But this is a different kind of rescue out here in this location. It's very windy out here. This is a really bad location, and so there's a lot of dumping that goes on out here. Dumping of dogs, dumping of trash, crime. We had a lot of comments on the Facebook post last night, and people, I don't think, really understood kind of the vastness of this area. As you can see, I mean, it goes on for miles and miles out there. Some of it's swamp, some of it is land. So if they went all the way out there, found themselves out there, it's going to be a struggle coming back, because I don't really know what's out on the other side of this. I know the interstate is over there. Maybe that's Slidell. We are going to go on the other side of that overpass. Again, we've gone down that road as well, back and forth. It is starting to get a little bit warmer out here. The sun's coming out. So we just wanted to go live so that people could kind of see and join us on a rescue. We were hoping to show up, and the food was untouched last night. Unfortunately, we were hoping to show up and food have been touched. That would have given us some hope, but it was not. So we're not solid about them being out here still. We don't know if that third dog yesterday that was dead out here with them was with this group of dogs, and we're not sure if they were like, oh man, I don't know about this, we should move on, there's nothing out here, or they came up on the dead dog and they moved on. But it does kind of feel like they've moved on. We've been out here 3 times now for several hours just looking for any type of movement, and there's been nothing, no signs of life, several signs, unfortunately, of death. Like I said, yesterday was really, really hard. Like, people dump dogs because they either don't want to get caught and get in trouble, or they just don't care. Yes, Erica, that is true. There's several places to surrender your dogs in New Orleans. We are not one of them anymore. We are not intaking dogs in the city of New Orleans. We have moved to Assumption Parish. This location, though, is a location near and dear to our hearts because we've saved several dogs out here, and we know just how bad it is. And if we hear of a dog out here, it's really hard to just know that they're out here and not try to get them, because they will die out here. They'll either, there's no food, there's no water, there's cars that do come off the interstate really fast right here. It kind of crosses, I don't know what what this exit is, but they're coming off and then kind of going back on that side. On that side of the bridge is kind of a not so great neighborhood. That's kind of like abandoned, close to Jazzland. For people who know that location, you know, there's wild boars out here. There is alligators. We've already seen a really large dead alligator on the side of the road. You know, there's snakes. So, all right. Well, we've been here about an hour and a half. Just kind of walking up and down these streets. We'll go a little bit. I think I'm going to go this location a little bit further down here, Jenna. I'm going to walk a little bit further down this area. Kyle's walking a little bit further up there.
I'm not doing any co-hosting today. Sorry.
What is it?
People keep wanting to co-host, and I'm not interested.
What is co-hosting?
Apparently, you can bring like somebody up. Robin put up some homework. Yeah, but we're not intaking here, so it's like.
So again, this is the same location. For those of you joining us, we're on a rescue mission. You might lose me for a second. I'm getting a text, so please hold on. Okay, sorry about that. I was getting a text coming in. Erica, yes, they could be anywhere if they're still alive. Yeah, you're correct. There's another truck. We're just looking for. These trucks are like, what the heck are you guys doing? Watch out for snakes. Yes, Karen, thank you.
I still help. There are some
This is apparently where all the tires in the city go, for God's sakes. Again, this is the other side here that just kind of goes on forever. I mean, we're looking at all the nooks and crannies here.
How can you tell me I'm wasting my time? This is the fate of dogs being dumped out here.
Someone's saying you're wasting your time.
Oh yeah, somebody told me I'm just wasting my time. We're all just wasting our time then. Which is sad.
I mean, I hope your dog never gets out.
That poor Rottweiler that we picked up.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I'm the Rottweiler girl in the rescue, and my Roddy Mama heart.
I couldn't believe that's, of course, what it was either.
I was.
When I walked up and you were on the phone and you said, and the guy said, just. Did you hear that?
I heard yelling.
Maybe it's those.
It might be Kyle just trying to get it. He would yell dog.
Yeah.
And I've heard him yell dog.
It could be those
many
geese
times.
too.
But yeah, like this is the fate of these the dogs. Being eaten by gators, boars, or wild hogs, whatever they're called. You know, being smoked by a car, that's a great time, I guess.
Yeah, look at it out there.
But that poor Rottweiler yesterday, you guys. My little mama, Roddy Hart.
That was.
I cried all night, and I mean, I have Rottweilers. So I'm like looking at my dogs, and I'm like, oh,
I know. When I got home last night, I loved on Velvet, and I told her, and I said, "You are so loved, and we will never do you wrong." I just felt like. It's just one of those moments where you like appreciate your dog because you saw something so terrible with those dogs in the trash bags yesterday.
No, this wasn't
Tia says, I'm with you in spirit. You're not wasting your time. People should be grateful there are people willing to look and rescue animals. Yes, Erica. Thank you.
There was no storm. This is just what
I've had 3 Rotties. I can't imagine abandoning them. I know,
Rottie
Alice.
lover?
Yeah. No, it's Alice, who is a Rottie lover.
We are, I'm sweating. Why did
I know, it's so hot.
Now it's getting hot. What happened yesterday?
Thank you both for helping too. Here, why don't we start this, we'll turn it around and we'll do, because we've got new people joining us, and we'll do a whole recap of it. Hi everyone, it's our faces, bright and early in the morning.
Katie, Jenna, hello. We're just out here. Tia hit us up yesterday morning because we live here in the city still. Wow.
Jenna's brain. We're out here. Tia wanted us to come look for 2 pits out in this location. We typically aren't doing this anymore here in New Orleans, but this is a really bad location and we wanted to kind of bring awareness to the situation out here. This is New Orleans East. There's a post about it.
On Facebook.
On Facebook. Out. My volume's probably about to go off.
Really?
Yeah, my sister's calling. Sorry, can you guys hear me? Yeah. Yes. Okay. So we're out here. Yesterday we came out. A DOT worker is helping us look for these dogs. They contacted us, and when we came out, we were looking for 2 pits. We ended up finding a dead Rottweiler out here who had jumper cables attached to him. We don't know what happened with that dog. We did not see the other 2 dogs. We went back to the city and got what we needed to pick up the Rottweiler because he was still pretty fresh, and we wanted to do the right thing. Jenna is a Rottweiler lover, and so when we were well, I guess we weren't rescuing, but when we were, what would you even call, recovering?
We were recovering.
The deceased Rottweiler, Kyle found a coin that had Maya Angelou on it, and it had looked like an angel, and so we've decided that we're calling the Rottweiler Angelo. We took the Rottie back to the vet to be taken care of.
I already paid for his cremation. So I got him cremated. He's gonna come home. There was no recovering. Did I scan him for a chip? No. I don't want to go into that.
Yeah.
It was traumatizing.
It was traumatizing. While we were out here yesterday...
The police did not get involved because they don't care.
They don't care. While we were out here yesterday looking for the 2 pits, we came across several bags of dumped dead dogs. It was the most traumatizing thing I think I've ever experienced. And now every time I see a trash bag, we're looking... but it is traumatizing. I mean, I would have never thought, on the other side, even in the neighborhood, Yeah,
it was like right behind this it's like the weirdest, and like the thing is I don't want to go over there, simply because I can't drive and live stream, but also I don't want to walk that.
I know.
It's
really bad area over there. Someone said jumper cables reminds me of Michael Vick. Speaking of, Perry said that because of this neighborhood, there's a lot of dog fighting, and that might be what's happening with the discarded bodies of these dogs. They're getting dumped over here. We left food and water yesterday, but they've been untouched, so we're not sure if they're even out here any longer. We have not seen any movement.
No fresh paw prints.
Nothing. So, okay, I'm gonna flip you guys around. I might lose you again. Sorry if
They have actually been called. They do not.
What is it?
The LES or the SBC or
Oh.
whatever. They just don't care. It took them 3 hours to come when a human aggressive dog was trying to mow me.
We cannot confirm that they haven't been out here, though.
I mean, they might have done some passes.
Yeah, we don't know.
The gist of what they do is if they don't see anything, they're not looking.
At least it's...
We do find dogs out here. We have rescued many dogs out here. Tia, this is
We're just wanting to show everybody kind of the vastness of this area.
You do get,
Man, don't you just feel you're like, just have this hope that they're just going to run out?
so they have a Facebook page. They get tagged often. They get phone calls often. I have called them. Yeah, I mean, this is what
I had a German Shepherd Rottweiler mix as a kid before my Border Collie mix. They're too amazing to think of as garbage. Yes.
I mean,
Yeah, so desolate. Yeah, it's really bad out here.
And probably about 1 mile.
What?
That strip of weird, I don't know what that is.
Yeah. I've never, this area is so weird. It's like, it's abandoned. It's abandoned, but then on the other side, it's still abandoned, but there is a neighborhood and there's some people living in it. It got destroyed in Katrina and never really came back. It got never got really rebuilt. Oh, the energy here is terrible. It's death. The smell everywhere here is.
Does the city never clean up? Oh my goodness. We have tried to whistle. We have the DOT worker actually was able to honk his horn and they would approach. The last time he did it, they have not come out.
Yeah, the DOT worker yesterday followed us for a little bit while we were driving the area and honked the horn.
They do not care.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that we're not. The abandoned Six Flags is right down the road. Yes, yeah. The abandoned Six Flags is on the other side of this overpass right here. When you go over that overpass, it's all abandoned. It was going to be like up and coming because the Jazzland Six Flags was over in that location. But now it's just pretty much abandoned. There is neighborhoods over there. The neighborhoods are not great. There's a lot of crime. There's a lot of you'll see nice cars out here and they're just sitting. So they are most likely stolen. And then like this car here, you see is set on fire. On the other side of that overpass is a neighborhood and there are abandoned cars that are tore apart just on the side of the road in the neighborhood. Where you can tell that people have just, gone through them and taken the parts out. They were probably stolen at once. Yesterday we saw like a nice red Charger that was just sitting there. Maybe somebody stole it and left it. We actually haven't seen any people at all. We have seen cars passing by because this is off the interstate. But this view really just shows you just how dead it is out here. Perry said that this was like the elephant graveyard in Lion King, and that's exactly what it feels like. And it is a graveyard out here. I mean, there are multiple dead dogs in this location. People are dumping them. People have left them. They've either died before and then they brought them out here. We're checking bags when we come up on them though, because people dump live dogs. And we just want to make sure that there's nothing like that going on. Every garbage bag now is extremely triggering. Patricia, New Orleans can do better. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people that live out here say New Orleans East isn't even New Orleans. Like it is ruthless out here. It's lawless. People do what they want. They're almost forgotten. I mean, it's kind of like, I thought I saw something. So I'm going to walk you back down to where, my son said, yes, Patricia, that's the word I was looking for. Third world country. That's exactly what it's like out here. And this is just one side of New Orleans East. On the other side of that overpass has, some of the housing. This is just right off the interstate here. Has some of the housing over there. And some of it I'm sure is nice, but for the most part, it's kind of does its own thing over here. Yeah, I don't see any signs of movement. So I'm just gonna walk you guys back down to where we were. There's a truck. Kind of have to be on the lookout here because you don't know who's coming up or what's happening. Again, there's alligators, there's live boars out here. It's still live. Would you like to say hi? There's Perry. Perry's out here helping us. He's standing guard, kind of like a bodyguard, if you will. Somebody's gotta protect us while we're out here. This crazy place. So this is actually where the dogs were found yesterday. I'm gonna come back to where we were and then probably wrap it up here. We've been out here for quite a while. This is where they were. Right here is kind of where they were laying when the DOT man, Erica says, hi, Perry. When the DOT man called us and took a picture, this is where they were staying right here, which is sad because there is a little dog bed here. There is a little area there where you can see they might have been laying. We put the dog food down and some water yesterday. It's been completely untouched. And then this is where the DOT worker said that they were laying. They were actually cooling off in the water when he came. It was hot yesterday. You can see their little footprints here, kind of going out and into the water. There's an actual nest there. It's probably an alligator. Probably should get out of here. So yeah, so this is where they were. That's why we were hoping with the food, the water, maybe they would come back. But yesterday when we found the dead Rottweiler, he was just right there. And we're not sure if they were together. Maybe they saw something. They could have attacked him. We don't know. We have no idea what happened, but they were both in this area around the same time. And so we're just trying to figure out, what happened. But anyways, all right. Could they have drowned? They're close to water. Could they have drowned? They're close to the water. They are close to the water, but I don't see them going out into that water. It's pretty mucky, but I have no idea. So, we're searching, we're looking out, zooming in on our cameras and stuff and trying to look out into that water, but we haven't seen nothing at all. So, all right, well, I'm gonna wrap up. We've been out here quite a while. We've just been looking for those two pits and we're not seeing anything. I think we're gonna go across the bridge to the other side. And just see if maybe they wandered over that overpass. We did go over there yesterday. We didn't see anything, but we're gonna loop around and we'll see. So we just wanted to have you guys join us today. We were hoping this would be a rescue mission right now, but it is not. So we will keep you guys posted. You can follow more of the story and see the dog's pictures on our Facebook page and share awareness just about the terrible location this is and what we're dealing with. So thank you guys for joining us. My heart breaks. Thank you for going out there. You're amazing. Hope y'all can find them. We hope so too. Thank you guys.